Hey everybody, my name is Veronica Medrano. So just to give you some background on myself, I grew up in El Paso, Texas. I got my bachelor's degree in electrical engineering. I did a co-op there designing wiring diagrams for special mission aircraft lighting systems. When I graduated, I worked for Boeing in California as a systems engineer for satellite communication payloads. I started to get more curious about software there. And so then I worked as a software test engineer for L3 Harris, working to basically test the GPS satellite ground control display software. I developed a curiosity in Python. I learned it through Codecademy at that time and built a robot that I could control with my phone. And so I decided to get my master's in robotics at Northwestern University. There, I developed a Python application to allow the Now robot to detect one's feelings without having to ask. Um, After that, I worked as a contractor for NASA as an avionics systems engineer and FPGA verification engineer for the Viper rover. It's basically the robot that's going to hunt for water on the moon. And now I work as a software test engineer for the Gateway Space Station, which is basically like the International Space Station, but for the moon. When I'm not coding, I love to follow true crime stories, binge TV shows or movies, play the piano, cello, and accordion, and I also love volunteering. So before PDM, I after I got my master's in robotics and before my software test engineering roles, I kind of felt like there was this gap in time where I wasn't very confident in my software development skills. So as I was working um, in my role as a software test engineer, I thought it'd be the perfect time to brush up on those skills. And I thought exercises online would be good. I ended up stumbling across PyBites and chatted with a very friendly community there and stumbled across chatting with Bob, and he recommended PyBite PDM, and he said it'd be great for me, and he was certainly right. Um, I did have a really good feeling that the one-on-one experience and having a set schedule with deadlines would lead me to create something awesome using Python. So what I got out of the program was I was able to create two web apps. The first being a web app to search and filter movies by various criteria, and the second was a charity search app so people can search for charities based on their philanthropic interest. I thought PDM's encouragement to build more than one app was great, because that allowed me to apply my knowledge from the movie app into use for a greater cause. And it also allowed me to learn and experiment with new frameworks and improve upon database programming. Well, I still plan on integrating enhancements to both these apps. PDM gave me the resources to feel very confident in continued development. And although I couldn't join all the code clinics and mindset calls because of my work schedule, I did gather some great insight from everyone just with one call I was able to join. And I was able to take that insight for use in my work. So I appreciated that. So overall, I had one of the most fun times of my life being a part of the PDM program. Of course, it's hard work, but to me, at the end of the day, I'm having fun. So the hard work doesn't really feel like a burden to me because of that. My favorite part of the program was the one on one aspect for sure. I personally learned a lot easier this way, and I also loved how hands on the program was. So after the program, I definitely saw the advantages of learning by building. Also, when you put the two to two together, like the one on one aspect with learning by building, you start to see how much more efficiently you can accumulate and utilize new skills. So a few highlights from the program. I really liked Bob and my last session talking about heat maps. Because this is the kind of work that really appeals to me, to gather incredible insight from just visualizing data. I also enjoyed watching Bob use the Python debugger as it helped me get back on track with debugging skills. Um, Gaining more knowledge about caching and querying data was also a highlight, and also refactoring tips and resources that Bob provided, and the career insights at the mindset calls. So before I joined PDM, I was a little bit nervous, but extremely excited. I knew I was going to have a lot of fun. So, how my life changed through PDM, I definitely feel a lot more confident in my development skills and also very happy to have expanded my network to include other members of the PyBites community, a very smart group of people. So, where would I be without if I didn't join PDM? I'd probably still be trying to enhance my Python skills through online resources and starting new projects. But I feel like it would have taken me a lot longer to master the language and the technology stacks to build an application rather than having a mentor, guide me through challenges on a weekly basis. So if I could tell someone that's on the fence about PDM, I'd say try it out because it's really worth it to explore the one-on-one resource that can be very hard to find. You also get what you put in, so make sure to be prepared and organized to make the most out of the coding sessions. And if you do decide to join, I am so excited for you. And I'll just say to have a great, fun time. Simply learning and creating is a wonderful thing. So have fun and embrace that. So, last words before I go. Thank you so much to Bob for his technical insight and working so well with me. And also thank you to Julian for checking in on me and keeping me informed on Python events that are going on in the United States here. So, thanks everyone. Bye.